Morning. Happy coffee talk. It's Friday morning and it's gray as gray could be here in Washington. The sun is up, but it's gray. And I'm not on cup of coffee number 2. I'm on pot of coffee number 2. So I don't want to hear any judgment. I didn't drink the full pot of coffee myself. My husband's working from home today. So he drank some of the coffee, but we're on pot number 2. To be fair, it's 11 in the morning. So I will share my coffee and my coffee cup at the end because I want to dive straight into the coffee talk message for today. Yesterday I was doing a map your year call. So a map your year call is one of the things that we do when someone starts their full year program with fitme. We take a look at each of the parts of your day, like your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your exercise, your movement, your snacks, meal prep, boundaries, body image, all of it. And we help you evaluate, where you are, how confident you are, how consistent you are, what we need to change so you can start to see the results that you want. We make this plan for the year so that you're not guessing. You have clear plan for what you need to do. And then we schedule support, like one-on-one support, and we also give your coach direction on how to help you make those changes. So it's really kind of this like jumping off point for the year. So we do these map your year calls at the beginning of your 1 year with fitme. And yesterday we were doing this call and I'm talking to the woman who I was coaching her on this call, and we were talking about tuning into our bodies and how that is the hardest thing for her. How she's gotten so accustomed for so long to burying the signals that her body sends her, that one of her goals for the upcoming year is actually to be able to connect with her body and to listen to it and to trust it and then to adjust accordingly. And I thought this is such a fantastic goal because I don't know about you, but it's easy to be terrible at this. I mean, think about it. If you've been dieting for decades, then you have practiced for decades thinking that like hunger is bad, right? Because you're like, well, all I got to do is eat as little as possible, follow this strict thing. And hunger, cravings, those are bad. So I don't want to pay attention to those. I don't want to be hungry. Half of the stuff that's marketed out there is like this, decreases hunger, right? So you've practiced for a long time. Plus, chances are you're busy. So sometimes when you're tired, you don't get to be tired. You got to go. You got stuff to do. So you practice like pushing through. If you're a go-getter, you may even exercise and do things where you're not paying attention to your body. It's like, well, I'm sore, but I need to do this. So I'm going to do this next thing. And you just keep going, keep going, keep going. Sometimes our mood is up and down all over the place. And we're like, what's wrong with me? We're not like listening to it or paying attention to it. We're just annoyed with ourselves. What's wrong with me? Like, why am I feeling like this? Or our energy is weird. So we're like, instead of feeling energized in the morning, we're tired. So we caffeinate. Then we get some pep in our step. We get going with our day. Afternoon comes and energy tanks. And then all of a sudden we're having sugar cravings and we're like, ugh, what's wrong with me? Why am I having sugar cravings? Like, why can't I get it together? And my energy is so low. I just need to pick me up. Or like, let's go get Starbucks and like, let's go get a, peppermint mocha frappuccino. Like that'll help. And it does help because it's sugar and caffeine and our energy's dipped, but we practiced not paying attention to it. And I loved this goal for her going into the new year because when we have a goal of seeing our body change. So if you have a goal that's weight loss, you have a goal that is to feel stronger, to like look more toned, or to feel fitter, have more energy, be able to do more. You want some kind of change to be able to do that. You're not there yet. The common narrative, the thing that everybody says is that you almost have to like force your body and your mind into that place. You better punish yourself for the things that you ate over the holidays. You better whip your booty into shape. You better take away all of these things because you've overdone it, so you don't deserve those anymore. Goodbye. And you better get motivated. You better get all of the right feelings, get motivated, get committed, get determined. And all of that has nothing to do with connecting with ourselves or taking care of ourselves. So I would like to argue that by listening to our bodies and paying a little bit more attention to ourselves, then we actually can take care of ourselves better. And when we take care of ourselves better, we will see the change that you want to see. So here's the thing. I'm not saying you never have to push through. That's unrealistic. But what I'm saying is like, when's the last time you woke up and you felt hungry? If the answer is never or not in forever, then that's not a typical body signal. When you've been fasting, so you slept all night, not eaten, it's normal to wake up and feel hungry. So that hunger signal is gone. Maybe you don't even get hungry until 11 a.m. And you're like, well, that's just me. I don't get hungry. I don't do breakfast. If everything else is great, okay, so here's what I'm going to say to you. If everything else is great, you're at a body weight you feel awesome at, you're feeling strong, you're energized throughout the day, you've got all the things that are working out awesome right now. You are not desiring any change, and you're telling me that you don't eat breakfast. I am fine with that. I am not talking to you. I'm talking to the person who has adopted the belief that you aren't hungry or that you don't need food until you get around to it, but you do have change that you want. You are feeling like you're holding on to extra body weight. You are feeling inflamed. You are having energy issues. You are having, mood things. You are not feeling those normal signals. Then I'm saying that those feelings are not just not there, that they have been squashed. And so going into this year, this week has been so much about talking about goals, right? Getting organized for the year, like morning routines. We've talked about those things this week in Coffee Talk. Talked about setting goals. What if your goal also included tuning in with your body? Knowing that you're ready for a push because you're tuned in. So guess what? You can work extra hard in that boot camp class today. Or you know what? You didn't sleep at all and you're tired. And today is a great day for walking because you're tuned in. So you're paying attention. Or you know what? I haven't felt hungry in a long time. Maybe I'm having too much caffeine. Or maybe I'm not giving myself enough time in the morning to actually take care of myself because I wake up and then I roll straight into what I got to do. So I'm not even paying attention. What would happen if I started giving myself time to have a little bit of time in the morning to eat, to have some water, to go for a little walk, and then I wonder if I started to feel hungry because I'm going to pay attention to it and see. This is a whole different perspective shift on how you get to your goal. And if your goal is having your body feel better, look better, feel better, you want to lose the extra body weight, you want to have more energy, you want to be able to do more, then forcing your body and ignoring your body signals isn't the way. It's the way we've been told, it's the way we've practiced, but it's not the way to get there. And again, it's not like overnight. It's like, oh, I'm going to tune into myself starting now, forever. No, this is something you actually have to pay attention to and learn to do. And you can. So your step one off of this call is just to start paying attention to when you feel hungry. Do you know the difference between feeling hungry and feeling craving for yourself? What's the difference for you? How would you know the difference? That's your homework off of this coffee talk. Do you know the difference between hunger and cravings? And if you can define the difference, are you actively choosing to meet that need differently? So you're like, I'm hungry. I need some food. Well, that's not the time to go grab a snack. It's time to feed your body. You're hungry. So get a real balanced fitme plate style meal and fuel yourself. Feel satisfied because you're hungry. But what if you're having a craving? Do you know the difference? Can you tell? So you could ask yourself, so here's a way. You're like, I'm kind of hungry. I'm kind of craving. I don't know what. I need something. Do you want a balanced plate of some salmon, some rice, some asparagus? Does that sound good? If you're hungry, it's going to sound good. Would you like a salad loaded with some chicken and a bunch of different vegetables, maybe some goat cheese and a little bit of almonds? And how's that sound? Does that sound good? If that's hunger, then yes, that sounds good. If you're like, I just want something, I need something, that's a craving. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying let's identify it for what it is. So if you're having a craving and you're like, I just need something, maybe you're tired, maybe you're stressed, maybe you're anxious, maybe you're bored, maybe you're accustomed to having certain thing at a certain time. So you've created a routine that your body's like, I want that thing. And it has nothing to do with hunger. Maybe it's a visual trigger. Maybe you drive past the thing and it tells you should have it, like Dunkin' Donuts or something, What is it that's causing that craving? And do you actually want to have the thing? Not just like meet the craving, but can you meet that need? Do you need something else? And then if you're like, you know what, I really do want a donut. It's not just a craving. Like, a donut sounds amazing. I haven't had one in months. I love a donut. Then by all means, get a donut. But we don't tend to tune in. We just want to hurry up and get the thing because it's there, or because we see it, or because we have the urge to do it, when we're not giving our body a chance to meet the need that it has. So if you checked in, if you just did this one thing that I'm talking about right now, tuning into your body, what's the difference between hunger and cravings, and you started changing your actions based off of that. I'm hungry. I'm going to get myself some food. I'm craving something. What can I do to meet the need that my body has? Instead of going to get that bag of chips, I'm going to go for a walk because I'm just pissed off about this, whatever. Or my kids are making me nuts right now and they're fighting. So instead of just grabbing 7 handfuls of cereal, I am going to, address the fact that my kids are crazy. I'm not saying all the solutions are easy, but I am saying be honest with yourself. You don't need the cereal because it's not solving the problem. In fact, you're going to be pissed at yourself that you ate a box of cereal when your kids were acting crazy. So instead, know that it's the stress that's causing the issue. And then what can you do to relieve the stress? And what can you have instead that still might help? So this is your coffee talk message for Friday. I want you to think about this for you. This one thing to tune into your body. I'd love to hear from you. If you do this, or if you have questions about how to do this, let me know. This is what we do in fitme. It's not just, here's your meal plan, eat this. I mean, it's, yes, we do help you with your nutrition. Yes, we do help you know what to do for exercise. Yes, we help you create routines around all that so you can actually do it, and give you structure and coaching and encouragement and a system and all of that. But we are interested in the entire person that is you. And that means tuning into your body. And that means taking care of yourself, not punishing yourself, because that's what makes it sustainable. That's what also makes it real. And that's what makes it the difference between like a diet gimmick versus something that is long-term and a lifestyle change. So if you're interested in getting started with fitme, shoot me a message. We can have a conversation. We can hop on a call and talk about it. No pressure conversation. I'll give you my best feedback and advice, point you in the right direction, and it'll be the beginning of you getting some direction, some feedback, and you can start doing something about the way that you feel. So step 1 is just send me a message and we'll have a conversation about it. A no pressure conversation. And if for example, I think that you're actually a better fit for something else, I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to say, hey, I think that this is actually what you need. Or if I think that you just needed a little bit of advice and a little boot in the right direction, I'll tell you that too. Go forth and do this. You don't need us. Go. But if I think that fitme is something that will really make a huge difference in your life, I'm going to tell you that too. I'll give you all the information and then you can decide what to do with it. But the conversation's certainly not going to hurt. So thanks as always for plugging into Coffee Talk. I'm finally feeling a little bit better. My coffee this morning, Black Rifle. I think it's the Just Black kind of Black Rifle. I opened up a new bag this morning. This beautiful mug was given to me as a gift from fitme coach Rebecca. I love it. It does not have a handle. It's got some like really cool textures on it. I'm a huge fan. It's from a local pottery place here in Lake Stevens, Washington, and I love it. So thanks as always for plugging into Coffee Talk. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you're listening on the podcast and you're not in our Facebook group, go to Facebook, search Fit Me Free Community. It is the one place you do want to be on Facebook. It is a positive, supportive place where you can start making this diet-free and sustainable change. And you can see examples of what other people are doing. You can do it yourself. You can participate in our daily accountability post. It's a place to get started. So I hope to see you there, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.